And the winner of the Belmont Stakes was Ruler on Ice. And now we take you to the post-press conference.
Question is for Kelly and the Halls. This wasn't the first horse you've had on the Triple Crown Trail. You've been high on some others. Where did Ruler on Ice fit with some of the others like Westside Bernie and some of the others that you've had? Pants on Fire.
Well, from my standpoint, Ruler on Ice was always frustrating. I kept hearing about his ability and how much speed he had, and that he just was still not mature enough to win races. But you know, he's obviously, this is our first Grade 1 winner. You know, we've had some great success, but this is our first Grade 1 and certainly our first Triple Crown winner. We have still high hopes for Pants on Fire, but you know, this is our guy right now.
Follow up on what George said about your ongoing confidence in the horse and also your decision to equip him today with blinkers.
Well, he had been acting like as if he just wouldn't grow up, and was trying to see if in time he would mature without having to put the blinkers on him. And we were disappointed in the Tessio, looking to get him to go into the Preakness, but maybe it was a blessing in disguise. During the whole time we had a little trouble. Ever since the race of shipping him and flying him to Sunland Park, he came back and his blood reports were very low. And he showed it in the stall, he showed it in the feed tub, and it took a little while to get him, you know, back to normal. We thought we had him normal going into the Tessio. He comes back out of the race and he's somewhat lethargic. And so we pulled some more blood tests, and I felt bad for him because he's probably lost a couple liters of blood by how much blood we were checking on him. And I was reporting it to the George and saying he's just a little bit better. And then 2 days later, and I said he recessed. And then all of a sudden, you know, this last 2 weeks, I said, you know, it's starting to get better. It's starting to come up, and his red blood count is getting up. And this week, I reported to the Halls that this is the best blood report that we've had in the past 6 months. It's a go. And you know, even saying going into the race that we were talking about, his blood has to get better for us to run.
And also, Kelly, the blinkers.
That was part of the maturity. He didn't mature as fast as we wanted to. He's already a gelding, so we can't castrate him again. And so we put the blinkers on. His first time out of the gate, Jose was on him, and he still was goofing off and didn't break great. We brought him back last week, and he broke dynamite. And to say, you know, sometimes you see if the light bulb goes on and you say he's ready, everything, it was just the perfect storm for things going correct. And, you know, that's how we got here.
Jose, congratulations. Just under 10 years ago, you were sitting in the same room enjoying the victory in the Breeders' Cup Mile of Val Royal, who you rode for Julio Canani. A question from me and a question from upstairs in the press box. From the press box, what brought you into horse racing initially? And from me, take us through the trip.
Well, I think I was born into it. I mean, my whole family was involved in horse racing. My father rode and trained. I have a current uncle that's a trainer in Peru. And a lot of you might know Fernando Toro. He's my uncle. He actually won the first Breeders' Cup Mile Turf. He actually had the record with Royal Heroine, and I was the one to break his record. So the first congratulatory call that I had that day was from him. So I guess stayed in the family. The trip, you know, Kelly said, you know, we got the blinkers on him, doesn't appear to be a whole lot of speed, put him into the race, and then let's just hope for the best. And like I was telling him, when we hit the half-mile pole and I started hearing some whips cracking behind me, guys starting to chirp and urge their mounts, Jesus starts to look left and right, he starts to get after his horse, and all I'm doing is just sitting on mine. I mean, he started picking up the tempo, picking up the bit, and I thought, you know, with half-mile remaining, I still feel like I have a lot of horse underneath me. And turned for home, and everything just started going in very slow motion, and unbelievable. The 16 pole, I thought, wow, the true test of champions, and I'm going to win my Belmont Stakes here. I mean, it's just a great feeling, nothing like it. And I got to thank the connections, George and Lori Hall and Kelly. I know it sounds cliche, but you know, I started working this horse this winter. And I remember telling Kelly, I like this horse so much, I'm willing to freeze my butt off and come out every morning so I can start getting on him, because I think he acts like he's something special. He would always act like he had a lot left underneath him. And as you can see today, they try to put the carnations around him. He wouldn't have any of it. So we still haven't gotten to the bottom of him yet, you know. So I'm just stoked, and I'm on cloud 9 right now.
The name is easy. He's out of a Roman ruler and Champagne Glow, and about the time it came to name the horse, our son got into hockey, and he started dominating very quickly at the age of 7. So I have 2 rulers on ice. And we acquired him at the Keeneland sale like we do a lot of our yearlings. We just started breeding at home, so we've started running some of our homebreds as well, but most of the acquisitions have come from Keeneland in the past.